Here we are, Tuesday, February 13th, 10:40 a.m. and the sun is shining. I got all three panels in parallel right now. I got the new panel, the Lensuntest, at a 45-degree angle, as you can tell. That's about 45. Pretty close, 45. So the reason why I did that because I get twice the amount of amps doing 45-degree angle. However, these are permanently mounted, so these are only giving me half. So, and they're gonna stay like that. So here's my current meter / voltmeter, and I've already checked the volts. They're already pulling 21 volts each panel. So the only thing I'm concerned about is the current, the amps. So this panel is at 2.84 amps. This panel is at 2.50. Pretty close to the first panel. This panel is at a whopping 4.34 amps. It has gone to 5, but it's at 4.38. So total, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and some change. Sometimes I've seen it go up to 10 amps. Total, these are all panels combined, 10.28 amps. Not sure you can see that. Just about 10 amps or a little bit more. Sometimes they're just 10.00 amps. So combined, all these are pulling in 10, 5, and 5. These two are pulling 5 combined. This one's pulling 5 by itself because it's angled directly towards the sun. So because of that, the codec is actually charging faster. So I'm getting more amps, so it's actually charging faster. However, it still takes twice the amount of time to charge from 10-20 volts from the Kodiak higher, and that's by design. Come to find out from a Kodiak, I think he was an engineer. His name is Isaac Evan, something like that. Anyways, he says that's the way the Kodiak is designed, not to charge too fast. Although I've seen it charge faster off the alternator of the car and also the AC, 120 volt AC. So I guess just for solar, it doesn't charge as fast, or maybe the current's not as strong when you consider the AC like in your house or the alternator DC current, which is like a 180 amp alternator. So once again, I'll show you, get you a better angle maybe. I'll reset it. 2 amps, 209. $268. That should have been a little higher. Yeah, 230. 3. So this one's pulling in 3 amps now. But the sun, saying it's not consistent with the sun, so it's almost 3. Same as that one. And this one is 4.6. So it's just exactly double. About. And the Kodiak is charging right now. So I think by this rate of charge, the Kodiak should be charged in about a day or day and a half. So I started at 9:30 and went from 9.33 to 10.51 in an hour. So and the sun is not at solar noon yet, so it's probably going to get a little bit stronger. So I'm thinking maybe day or day and a half, the codec will be charged. Normally it was taking 3 days, but I got an extra panel, and if I had it angled like this 24/7, it would do a lot better than these two. So, but I'm not going to angle these at all. So these are going to stay where they are. And thank you, Lensun, for sending me the panel to test. So I couldn't have done this unless I had to, rip up all this tape, take it all up, and I didn't want to do that. So now I know, after talking to Energy, the makers of the Kodiak, and knowing that the panels are working as best they can in this orientation, and they would work better if they were in this orientation. So there's nothing wrong with these panels, as far as I can tell. Everything tests successfully. This panel is almost generating at the highest possible output, which is, 6 amps is the max, and it's at 5. So that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? But look how much of impact the shade makes. A little handprint drops it down by half. Here's an arm. Drops it all the way down to 0.4. So these panels, they don't like shade anywhere on the panels. Here's 2.6. Now it's only 0.4. Here's this little handprint. Dropped it down by half. A bigger handprint dropped it down more than half, or about half still. Here's 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares. So, all right, I'll have another update later.